Coach, I want to reflect on your career. All right, year 38, all right, you were Defensive Player of the Year at BYU. All right, you had mentors with your father, Lavelle Edwards. What made you want to be a coach?
I think primarily following my dad's footsteps. He was a player in the NFL for several years and went right into coaching after that. That's what I grew up with, him being a coach at the high school level and then later on at the collegiate level and then in the National Football League. And so football has always been a part of my life. It's in my blood. And seeing the success he had and the lifestyle that he was able to have and staying close to the game, it just seemed like a natural fit for me.
Ertz, knocked down, sacked for the 5th time tonight.
You build this program on physicality and discipline, right, and in defense. What about that method makes you so successful?
Well, I think that the players buy into it. I think that's key. The players have to buy into what you're doing, and players really need to take ownership. And I've never been a part of a really good football team that was not player-led. Player-led football teams almost every time will win out over a coach-led football team. And so if you got your players that are all in and all pulling in the same direction and taking ownership, I think that's really one of the keys to being successful.
Quarterback run right up the middle. He's at the goal line and in for the touchdown.
You've had opportunities to go other places, but you know, grass isn't greener and you just love your situation. Talk about this community and what it means to you.
Well, the University of Utah, first and foremost, has treated me great. The community in general has rallied around our football team. They've embraced the football team, as evidenced by 12 straight years of sellout crowds. I mean, who does that? There's not many teams in the country that can boast that. We filled that stadium up. It was 46,000 or so until a couple of years ago. Now it's 51.5. And the demand for tickets is as high as ever. And so they really stand behind the team. They love our players. Our players give back as much as they can into the community, and it's really been a win-win situation.
On a second straight Utah Pac-12 championship.
If you were writing your autobiography,
which I'll never do.
Okay, if you were, let's visualize. You said you have to visualize players, right? You have to project them in the future. If we were writing your autobiography, how does Coach Whittingham's coaching career end or keep going?
Oh, man. Right now, it's year by year. That's as good an answer as I can give you. As long as I have the fire, the passion, the excitement, looking forward to going to work every day, looking forward to working with our staff and our players, then I'm going to keep doing it. But as soon as that passion is no longer there, it's time. This job is too consuming, it's too intense, where if you don't love it, you can't survive. When that flame goes out, which I'm sure it's got to go out at some point, then it'll be time to move on.